Yo, 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 what's up, people? This your boy P. Rouse back in the house for Nerd Life 513. And I have those AEW results and just overall how I kind of felt about the show. You know what I mean? Alright, I guess we'll start at what they call the buy-in, which was their pre-show. Okay, started off with a casino battle royale to earn a future world AEW title shot. Okay, what was so interesting about this? You saw a lot of people you really haven't seen in a long time, like Tommy Dreamer, Billy Gunn even showed up. Then one surprising to me that was Glacier. You know, Glacier, if y'all know who Glacier is, he was like old school WCW, you know, doing the Monday Night Wars. Then you had Brian Pillman Jr. and Jungle Boy, who is Luke Perry Jr., his son. Okay. Greatly enough, Adam Page, who was supposed to fight Pac, and the match didn't go forth because of, I guess, Pac's creative differences or whatever. Hangman Page entered the Battle Royale, and he actually won the Battle Royale, so he earns a future AEW title shot. Alright, for the most part, this was pretty good. You know, most Battle Royales, whatever you want to call them, you know, throw them out of the ring, top rope, whatever. Pretty good. Anyway, so then you had Kip Sabian versus Sammy Guevara. Pretty good match. Pretty damn good match. I really enjoyed this one. Kip Sabian defeated Sammy Guevara. Then you had SoCal Uncensored versus the Strong Hearts. This was a pretty good match. You had Frankie Kazarian, Christopher Daniels, and Scorpio Sky. You know, SoCal Uncensored versus the Strong Hearts. SoCal Uncensored won the match. Then we had next Britt Baker versus Kylie Ray versus Nyla Rose, and a surprise entry brought to the ring by Brandy Rhodes was Awesome Kong. It was great to see her again. She did her thing, but overall, Britt Baker won the match. Then you had Best Friends versus Jack Evans and Angelico. This was a pretty good match too. I really enjoyed this one. Then something strange. Well, okay, Best Friends won, right? So they're in the ring, and they want, you know, best friends. They hug, you know what I'm saying? So then they want to hug their opponents. Then the lights went out. Two guys show up at the end of the match. Then the lights go out again. Then it's a group of guys like thugs in like green masks, and then they actually jump and beat down Best Friends and Angelico and Jack Evans. Don't really know what to make of that. It was pretty exciting. You know what I'm saying? And it was like maybe 6 or 7 guys, maybe 8 guys. They made a throne, and then the big guy sat on them, and yeah, it was pretty dope. It was pretty dope. Then the next match you had, sorry if I screw these names up, Hikaru Shida, Ryo, and Ryo Mitsunami versus Aja Kong, Yuki Tsukizaki, and Emi Sakura. The winner of this match was Hikaru Shida, Ryo, and Ryu Mitsunami. Those were the winners. This was a pretty good match. What I'm really liking, what I'm seeing, what AEW is doing so far. Already the tag team division is looking pretty strong, especially with the best friends Angelico and Jack Evans, and the other two guys who came in with their group of people. And it's looking pretty strong right now. And then they're not swaying away from like 6-man tag team action. You know what I mean? So with the SoCal match and this particular match here that I'm talking about. All right. Then we had Cody versus Dustin Rhodes, which was one of the best matches of the night. I mean, I knew it would be, considering the type of athletes Cody and Dustin Rhodes is. It was a real tearjerker. You know what I mean? Because the audience was shouting Dusty Rhodes' name, their father, and it's like, wow, hold up, wait. You know what I mean? So overall, Cody won, and it kind of brought a tear to my eye with him coming back to ring and saying that, it wasn't Dustin's time to retire, and he needed Dustin. You know what I'm saying? He said he didn't need a friend. He didn't need this. He didn't need that. What he needed was his older brother, and a match that he had signed his name on, and he got to choose any partner he wanted against the Young Bucks, I guess, for the next pay-per-view, which that is probably going to be an awesome match. You know what I mean? So it was a real tearjerker. Then you had Bret Hart. He made it. Wait. Let me go back to the Cody match. There was one point in the Cody and Dustin Rhodes match, where Brandy Rhodes speared the hell out of Dustin. I mean, it was crazy. It was off the chain. But then, you talk about surprise appearances. Earl Hebner kicked out Brandy for that, and DDP came out and surprised the hell out of me and picked Brandy up and took her to the back. You know what I'm saying? So that was that. Then you got Bret Hart introducing the new AEW title. I really don't know how to feel about it. It looks okay. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna see if I can find pictures online of it. It looks okay. I ain't dishing it. I ain't thrashing it, but it just looks okay to me. You know what I mean? The Hangman Page came out. Then MJF came out. He got jumped, beat up by a few guys, and that was really it. And Bret Hart stood in the ring with the championship and left. Then we have the AAA World Tag Team Championships. The Young Bucks are the champions. The challengers are the Lucha Brothers. Now this match was dope. You know what I'm saying? Young Bucks are one of the greatest tag teams today. You know what I mean? So there's no denying that. I mean, it was high flying action. Yo, this is my pick for match of the night. You know what I mean? Young Bucks versus the Lucha Brothers. Like, this shit was off the chain. So then we have the last match. Chris Jericho versus Kenny Omega. Now, Chris Jericho is easily in my top 5 of favorite wrestlers. You know what I'm saying? He is definitely a legend. You know what I mean? He is a person who can reinvent himself at the drop of a needle. You know what I mean? And make the shit work. There's nothing that I've seen that Chris Jericho has not made work. You know what I mean? Like, he's great. He's one of the greatest in my top 5 against a guy, Kenny Omega, who is a great wrestler himself. Okay, this was definitely a dope match. They gave it their all, but at the end, you know what? Chris Jericho, Y2J. And let me say something about his entrance, Y2J's entrance. You know what I'm saying? They did, it was like a flashback, to the past, you know what I mean? Because they did the Lionheart intro. Somebody was the Lionheart. Then they did The List of Jericho, that was hot. And then they did the one with the lightning jacket where he would just stick his arms out before he comes to the ring. You know what I mean? With the Christmas jacket on or whatever. But it was hot. It was hot. Then Chris Jericho comes out. You know what I'm saying? Swag on 10, you know what I mean? And it was a great intro. A great intro. You know what I mean? Speaking of intros, let's go back to Cody's intro, where there was a throne on stage, and he goes down to the ring, and Brandy gives him a sledgehammer. You know what I'm saying? Now, everyone who saw this know where this was going. This was a direct shot at Triple H and the WWE, and Cody destroyed the throne. You know what I mean? Yo, competition's a motherfucker, man. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this shit is real, and it's heating up, But I talk about all that when I'm done with this. Okay, anyway. Chris Jericho defeated Kenny Omega in a great match. I still gotta go with the Young Bucks and the Lucha Brothers. You know what I'm saying? Because I think they're gonna bring tag team wrestling back. I'm a big fan of tag team wrestling, but the Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega match was great. It was great. But to my surprise, it wasn't really a surprise. It was kind of like Jon Moxley came out. But let's talk about before. Like, did we really think that Dean Ambrose, Jon Moxley was going to show up in AEW? A part of me was like, yes. You know what I mean? Because there had been rumors he was shooting a movie and he ain't going to have time to do it and this and that and this. But he showed up at AEW and he hit the dirty deeds on Chris Jericho. Him and Kenny Omega got into it. And they fought. Although Kenny Omega had been through this war with Chris Jericho, he came out and Moxley came out and they fought. And Moxley, I still want to call him Ambrose. Moxley ended up hitting the dirty deeds on Kenny Omega on top of the big ass poker chips, right? And then he basically, put him on top of his neck and threw him over, to another part of the arena. So that was dope. So I hope that will be that. I think Moxley and Omega would be a dope storyline, something they could work out. Now, as far as the event as a whole, I thought it was great. I thought it was great. You know what I mean? Is it a WWE killer? I'll put it like this. I think it's enough room for everybody to eat. I think it's enough room for everybody to eat instead of being worried about taking out the competition. Yes, competition is great. Competition is great. Supposed to have competition, friendly shade, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But there's enough room for these stars to eat. I know we had the TNAs, the ROHs, Dragon Gates, New Japan, but on this level, it's like what everyone's talking about. You know what I mean? Not like this. So I think it's enough room for everyone to eat. Can it take WWE out of business? I don't think so. I think that as AEW gets stronger, hopefully they will. It will make WWE a better product. You know what I mean? So that's all I really got to say about it. AEW, Double or Nothing. Great show. 2 thumbs up. What y'all think about it? This your boy P. Ross, and I'm out. Peace.